Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is a presentation about occupational safety and health issues in the construction industry. The introduction is about construction site involve various high risk activities. Hazards is mean a potential source of harm, high tools. Risk is a likelihood plus severity of the hazards. The danger is immediate threats to life or safety. The governed by the OSH 1994 Act 514 enforced by the DOSH. The other agencies, NIOS support safety training and awareness. The chosen project by conduct TRC Synergy Sinan Berhad to build ADSL's gallery and condominiums. The site visit and interview with safety head officer Mr. Romzi Ben Talib. This objective is about identify main construction tasks and work environment, analyze hazard using hierarchy tables, suggest safety improvement for all workers levels. Statement in construction highest accident rate in Malaysia. Many trade as specified risk are neglected. Trade observed on the site based on the site visit is a bricklayer and mason, carpenter and formworks, machine operator, plumber, concrete and plasterer, barbender, general labor. So that's all trades need for focus occupational safety and health planning to prevent injury and improve compliance.
Next, I will focusing on hazard identification and control measure at the construction site. This assessment were carried out using the HIRAT method, which stands for Hazard Identification, Risk Assessment, and Risk Control. So, risk assessment method. Risk assessment method is a systematic process used to identify potential hazard, evaluate the risk associated with them, and implement appropriate control measure. This method is especially important on construction site where the risk of accident and injuries is high. Okay, next, hazard identification. During our site visit and observation, we identify several hazards that may pose risk to the worker and visitors. This hazard has been grouped into the main categories safety hazard and healthy or environmental hazard. Okay, first, safety hazard. These are hazards can be directly cause physical injury and accident on site. The first hazard is uneven surface and loose gravel and debris along the pathway. They increase the risk of slip, trips, and fall, especially for visitors unfamiliar with the site. Second hazard is a working at height, particularly on scaffolding or upper floor. There is a serious risk of falling tools such as hammer or nails, which could injure those below. And the last one is falling tools and equipment. Workers working at the height must be secure all tools and access to areas below should be restricted to avoid injuries. Health next, healthy and environmental hazard. This hazard affect the well-being of workers and related to the working environment. One of the key issue is a high noise level for machinery. Continuous exposure can be leak, be hearing damage, and can make communication on site more difficult. In addition, the site is located near LRT station. The constant noise and vibration from the trains may distract workers uh, or even impact the structural stability or temporary elements. It can also cause stress and reduce workers' concentration. Okay, next, risk evaluation and control measure. Using the risk metric, we rate each hazard based on the likelihood and severity. For example, falling from scaffolding was rated as a high risk hazard with a severity level of 4 and likelihood of 4. Given the total score of level risk is 8. Therefore, work must be not proceed without a complete safety control such as guardrails, harness, proper scaffolding inspection, and supervision. Okay, next, crane-related hazard were most rated as a medium risk, requiring enforced safety perimeters, competent crane operator, and separation of pedestrian walkway from the crane zone. And the last one is for low-risk hazard, such as uneven path or noise. The suggested control measure include proper site housekeeping, safety briefing before entry, and the use of hearing protection where necessary. Okay, so for summary of hazard type, to summarize, our finding include a safety hazard is a falling head or falling from height, crane accident, falling tools, uneven path. And for Healthy environmental hazards are loud machinery noise and train-related vibration and distraction. All identified hazards have been corresponding control measures proposed to minimize or eliminate the risks involved. So, for a conclusion, hazard identification and risk assessment play a crucial role in preventing accident and maintaining the safe construction site. By classifying the hazard and implementing appropriate control measure, we can ensure the safer working environment for everyone.
There are some recommendations that can be implemented inside to ensure the safety of the workers in the sites. First, about the cranes and lifting equipment, it's essential that all operators are certified and that we conduct regular maintenance check. This helps to prevent accident and ensure equipment reliability. When it comes to of laying bricks, providing training on proper lifting techniques is vital. Encouraging the use of mechanical aids can also minimize manual handling risks, reducing the chance of injuries. Other than that, addressing dust from silica is critical. We should adopt wet cutting method and supply respiratory to protect workers from inhaling harmful particles. These simple steps can significantly improve air quality on sites. Other than that, for cutting operations, using plate guards is a must. Additionally, all operators should wear appropriate personal protective equipment, including gloves and eye protection to safeguard against injuries. Working at head poses significantly risk implement fall protection systems such as harness and guard rails. Combined with regular safety trainings can help prevent serious accidents.
The hierarchy table, based on site visit, we identify three activities, which is first, lifting steel bar, the hazard is repeated and wrong posture. The total risk is 9 mediums. Recommended control measure is training on correct lifting techniques. The second activity is laying brick use scaffolding. The hazard is falling from height. The total risk is 15, is very high. The control measure ensures scaffolds have guardrails and toe boards. The third activity, which is laying bricks, the hazard is dust inhalation. So the total risk is 9, is medium. So the recommended control measure provide an enforced use of N95 mask. The others information is shown.
Falling from height is the most dangerous hazard on site, especially when using scaffolding. It has the highest hierarchy score due to fatal potential. To reduce this risk, safety controls such as proper scaffolding setup, harness use, and regular inspection have been made mandatory. Training is also provided so workers are aware of how to work safely at height every day. Construction dust is often underestimated, but it can cause long-term health issues like asthma and silicosis. The hierarchy analysis rates this as a moderate risk, but if left uncontrolled, the impact is very serious. That's why workers are now required to wear N95 masks, use wet technique, and receive proper safety training. Water spraying is also done regularly to reduce airborne dust, especially in enclosed area. In construction, we apply the hierarchy of control to handle risk effectively. The best option is to eliminate the hazard, but that's not always possible. So we use a combination of engineering like scaffolding design, administrative like training, and PPE like mask and harness. Relying only on PPE is not enough. It must be supported by other stronger control to reduce risk more effective. In conclusion, the study clearly shows the fall and dust exposure are the most serious threat at the site. Through HIREC, we successfully introduced practical control like PPE, safety equipment, and proper work practice. But safety is not one-time fix. It requires ongoing monitoring, cooperation, and enforcement. These efforts are aligned with the goal of OSHA 1994, which aimed to protect every worker's safety and health in the workplace.